change the food
Yeah.
that is on the menu.
Right.
So maybe it can be something simple like, oh, I want this burger, but can I have a veggie burger instead of a beef burger?
Right.
Or maybe no onions, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes it can get really, really complicated.
It can get very complicated.
Oh, my gosh.
And so, of course, you'll see it in dramas or movies, and they exaggerate, but it is true. It does happen.
I don't know if it's an exaggeration. I used to work as a waiter.
And did it happen at that time?
Some people had the craziest.
Really? Even then?
Yeah. Wow. It was, oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah, it's, people want what they want.
They do.
Yeah.
And they ask for it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So the subtitle is, I hope they don't frown upon substitutions. We just talked about substitution, but our other expression is frown upon.
So to frown is when you make your face into either a sad face or kind of an angry, a mad face, right? So this means that you do not like something, you're displeased,
Right.
or you don't want to do it.
That's right. You're disapproving.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't think so. Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you bat an eye, B-A-T, an eye, what does this mean?
So this means to blink. Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
right? To blink your eyes.
Right.
But we often use this in the negative to not bat an eye, and it often
Yes.
means to accept something and do it without thinking.
Right. It's automatic.
Right. You receive a request and you automatically do it.
Okay. And how about as plain as day? P-L-A-I-N.
It's very obvious. The sun is up. There is no clouds. You can see it. It is plain as day.
Very clear. All right, let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue. This restaurant menu doesn't have many choices for the keto diet.
The salmon looks good. We can ask for it to be steamed or baked instead of fried.
I hope they don't frown upon substitutions or special requests.
I doubt a nice place like this will bat an eye if we ask for a healthier option.
Right. But we also need to substitute the rice or potato choice that it comes with.
Look, it says here, as plain as day, that they also offer fresh veggies.
Okay, so please turn to page 122. You can find our power dialogue there. Keto diet, I hope they don't frown upon substitutions. So basically what this is saying is that if you go to the restaurant and say, oh, could I have this instead of that? Hopefully the server will be okay with it.
Yes.
Okay? All right, Sybil says, this restaurant menu doesn't have many choices for the keto diet.
Sammy says, the salmon looks good. We can ask for it to be steamed or baked instead of fried.
Okay. So basically, it's, steamed or baked instead of fried. I mean, but that's kind of a big ask. So it's fried fish, and then you're like, can you steam it or bake it for us? I feel like that's a big ask.
It is. Because they may not even be able to do that. Like, they may not have the ability to steam something.
Right.
Or they may not have an oven to bake it.
Right.
So you're asking them to do something special.
Right. It is very special.
Yeah.
Especially the way you cook it.
Yeah.
You could replace maybe an ingredient, but like, please change the way you cook this.
You know what?
What?
I was on a TV show here in Korea.
Yeah.
It was like a candid camera.
Yeah.
A 몰카 type of situation.
All right.
I went to a chobapjip. I went to,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I can't eat raw fish. Can you steam it for me?
You said that?
Yeah. It was my role in the show.
You were supposed to do that.
Yeah. I was like trying to be the difficult customer.
I see.
So I was asking lots of substitutions.
Oh, that is funny. And what happened?
He did it.
Oh, that's nice.
The owner, there were some really ridiculous substitutions I had to make. But
gosh.
Steamed chobap. I had to eat it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well.
Wow. Okay. Very interesting. Well, they were very nice. Sybil says, I hope they don't frown upon substitutions or special requests.
Yes. So frown upon, like we've talked about before, is whenever you make the opposite of a smiley face. So your mouth, the corners of your mouth go down. Maybe the skin in between your eyebrows starts to wrinkle.
Well, you know, people who frown a lot, this is one thing that I do, like when I'm on the subway. There are a lot of people. I love people watching. And you can tell people who frown a lot, they have this kind of like indentation right there on the forehead, between the forehead and the nose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you kind of just...
Those wrinkles.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So here, to frown upon substitutions, if you frown upon something, you are disapproving.
Yes.
Yeah. You're basically saying, that's not right.
Right.
Yeah.
You might do it, but you are not happy to be doing something.
That's right.
Yeah. And in this case, we're talking about substitutions at a restaurant.
They'll do it, but maybe they feel like, I don't want to do it. But yeah, right. That is kind of the attitude.
Yes. Substitution here, of course, it's whenever you change something. And when you're ordering, it would be changing... I heard this a lot.
What?
I don't want the salad. Instead of salad, can I get fries?
Well, sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Actually, I do the opposite. If they're fries, I'm like, could I get a salad instead? Sometimes they do that.
Yeah. At some restaurants, it's possible.
But
other restaurants,
yeah,
they might do it, but they're not going to like you.
That's right. Basically, they might do it, but they're not going to like you.
Yeah.
All right, Sammy says, I doubt a nice place like this will bat an eye if we ask for a healthier option. Okay, so I doubt is the negative right here, right? I don't think a place like this will bat an eye. So what is the sentence really saying?
So here, the word bat an eye, so this bat, B-A-T, means to like blink, right? So we're talking about blinking eyes. You might think of like kampak, right? That's that feeling of bat.
Yeah.
But whenever we say in a negative sentence that they will not bat an eye, it's saying they won't think anything about it. You know, sometimes whenever you get a ridiculous request, like your boss asks you to do something that you absolutely don't want to do.
Right.
And you initially like want to yell.
Yeah.
Right?
What?
But of course you don't, because you're in the office.
Right.
But you like take 1 second and you like blink. You like close your eyes for a second and then say, 네, 알겠습니다.
Right.
You're just like, okay, I'll do it.
You need to take a moment.
That would be batting an eye.
Okay.
So if you do not bat an eye, you're receiving the request as if it's supernatural, super easy, and you're just going to do it.
Right. It's almost like instinct. It's automatic, and you're not even going to, it's okay, sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
Why not? Yeah.
Why? Okay. So if you don't even bat an eye, so here's the thing. Mothers, their first child, it's like, oh my gosh, and you protect them. But I heard by the time they have their third child, when the child falls, the mother doesn't even bat an eye.
Doesn't it? Yeah,
no,
doesn't think anything of it.
It's not anything.
Sure.
No, not
whatever.
anymore.
That's
All
fine.
right, what does Sybil say?
Right, but we also need to substitute the rice or potato choice that it comes with.
Okay. Boy, they're substituting many things here. And Sammy says, look, it says here as plain as day that they also offer fresh veggies. Okay, look, it says here, and this is a common pattern.
Yes.
Look, it says here, what is this saying?
This is when you are pointing out written information. So it could be on a menu, it could be on a website.
A map.
Look here.
Yeah.
It says, right? It is written that.
Right.
So,
Okay.
and what is written as plain as day is that they have fresh veggies.
Okay. If something is written as plain as day, how is it written?
It's very obvious. It is not hidden. Everybody can see it.
It's very, very clear.
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and listen to that one more time. This restaurant menu doesn't have many choices for the keto diet.
The salmon looks good. We can ask for it to be steamed or baked instead of fried.
I hope they don't frown upon substitutions or special requests.
I doubt a nice place like this will bat an eye if we ask for a healthier option.
Right. But we also need to substitute the rice or potato choice that it comes with.
Look, it says here, as plain as day, that they also offer fresh veggies.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 124 and 125. If something is frowned upon, or if you frown upon something, it means that you disapprove. Basically, you're not happy with this situation. The new Japanese employee is never late.
In their culture, arriving late is frowned upon.
Okay. You've lived in Japan. Is that true? Arriving late?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, so it's so bad because the trains, much like in Korea, the trains are on time.
Yes.
Like in the U.S., the UK.
They're not on time.
They're not on time.
No.
So if someone is late, you can't say, oh, I'm sorry, the train was late. No, you just left your house late. So,
right.
yeah.
There's no excuse.
There really is no excuse.
Okay.
So when the trains are late, even if it's like 1 minute late, the train companies will have pieces of paper to show your office that it was the train company's fault.
No.
Yes. I had to get one time.
No kidding.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the people will stand outside of the gate.
And they will take this
train
paper.
Yeah, and if you need the paper, you can go to that person, they'll give it to you.
Oh, okay, that's serious business.
And it says how it's like, oh, it was 2 minutes late.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
Okay. The teacher frowned upon students using their phones during class.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Oh, for sure.
Well, you say that. So I was in Korean Ohakdang.
Yes.
In Korean school.
Yeah.
And everyone used their phones as a dictionary.
Yes.
During class.
Right, you have to.
Now everyone does it that way. Before we had the separate electronic dictionaries. Now those aren't as common.
Yeah.
So the teachers had some problems. They frowned upon it.
Yeah.
But they realized...
What could they do?
What could you do?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't monitor everything, and probably most of the students are using it as a dictionary.
Right.
Okay, yeah, but I guess it's something that teachers have to deal with. Okay, bat an eye means to react with surprise or concern. But usually it's used in the negative, like not bat an eye.
Yeah, I don't often hear this in the positive.
Okay.
They batted an eye.
No.
Unless you're literally talking about the blinking.
Yeah.
She batted her eyes at me. That's literally me, like a flirting sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, bat an eye, like flirt.
Yeah.
Okay. What did Chuck do when the employees complained about working overtime?
He didn't bat an eye. He just scheduled everyone for Saturday shifts anyway.
Okay. So it means he wasn't bothered.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good word to describe this expression. Like, you're not bothered. It's like, it's nothing to you. When he heard the shocking news, he didn't even bat an eye.
Yeah. Was not surprised.
Right.
Was not startled or shocked.
Yeah. It is true that sometimes you kind of know it's going to happen. So when you actually hear it, you're like, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I knew it would happen. Yeah, that's why you wouldn't bat an eye.
Right.
Let's give another example, one more.
So like you said, any type of maybe family emergency, not even family emergency, going back to motherhood, gross things happen with babies.
Oh, yeah.
Sure
they do.
They cause a lot of mess in many different ways.
Yeah.
And maybe whenever you're a beginning parent, it's very shocking.
Right. Oh my gosh,
what do I do? How do I clean this up?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But then, after a couple of months, you're so used to it. Oh, baby has a dirty diaper.
Right.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, you know what? The first time, my son, when he was a baby, he peed on me.
Oh, no.
So I was changing his diaper, and then he decided to pee. And it was like a fountain on my face.
Oh, God.
And so I was like, oh. And then after that, it happened again. I mean, I knew what to do, but it happened again. The second time, I didn't bat an eye.
Didn't bat an eye.
No. Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As plain as day. Something that's very obvious or clear. Okay. How did Vicky react to not getting the promotion?
It was as plain as day that she was upset, but she didn't say a word.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
on her face,
It's obvious.
you could tell she was not happy.
Right.
Yeah.
The mistake in the report was as plain as day to anyone who read it. Clearly. But no one said anything.
Sometimes that happens, though. Like, no one actually looks at something.
Yeah.
And then maybe it goes on the website.
Right.
Or goes into a commercial. And it's a big error.
It's a big error, but no one did anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it was plain as day.
Plain as day.
Everyone could see it
So obvious.
if you just looked.
All right, look, it says here. So basically, you are really looking.
Yes.
And you're trying to highlight some information. Look, it says here this place was built in 1910.
Look, it says here they are open from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay, so you are basically talking about the information that you're seeing. Power vocab substitution. Okay? You can check out the definition on page 126. What else should our listeners do?
Well, you can go to Audio Hakdang where there is no substitution. You gotta have the real thing for just a small monthly fee. You can listen to this show and so many other great shows.
Okay, very good. And don't forget to join us at 6 p.m.
Yes.
today, live on Evening Special.
We'll see you there.
All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.